Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This chapter is of class 10th Business Studies, Chapter 1, Banking Transaction. So we have usually heard our parents or any people around us telling that I want to deposit my money in the bank. I want to take loans from the bank. So I'm going to make RD or FD or I'm going to open some accounts in the bank. And so and so. So, today in this chapter, we are going to study what are banks, what are its characteristics, what are its functions, why do we need a bank, what are a procedure to open the bank account, and why do we. The term bank is related to financial transaction. Finance means nothing but money. For a normal term, finance means money. Money transactions. Transaction means giving and taking. I'm transacting the money. So the bank is related to money transactions. That is financial transactions. Banks are financial institutions which uses the money deposited by the customers as investments and agrees to return to them whenever they require. So what it means is they are the financial institutions. They are the institutions of finance. They are the institutions of money who uses the money deposited by the customers. I am the customer. I am the public. I am depositing my money in the bank. That will be as investments. And agrees to return them whenever they require. And the bank is promising me that he will return my money whenever I require. So, bank is telling me what? They are the financial institutions which uses the money deposited by the customers as investments. They will accept my money as investments and return me whenever I require. The development of any country depends on the different banking system of that country. So if any country want to develop, there should be a good banking system. So what if I take one example, I want to start up a company. So the bank in the country should be in the stage that it should provide me some loans, encouraging me to do some better work which can help my country to grow. If I am doing some production activities and if the bank provides me some of the loans, so I can use that loan and then I can do much productions and I can help in the development of my country. So there should be a good banking system for the development of a country. Banks advance money to agriculture, industries, and all other sections of the society, which are the main organs for the development of a country and accelerate the growth of the country. So bank will advance the money for what? For agriculture, for industries, and all other sections of the society, which are the main organs. They are the main organs for the development of a country. Why are they? They are helping the country to develop. For such institutions, the bank will definitely provide the loans and which also helps to accelerate the growth of the country, which help the country to grow. For all such activities, the government will definitely provide the loans. Here you can see the word bank is derived from the Italian word banco. The Italian word banco, or from a French word banquier. Both means bench. Both means what? Bench or just a money exchange table. Either you can write Italian word banco or French word banquier. Both means a bench or a money exchange table. A bank can be defined as a company which transacts the business with finance. So when we consider it as a company, it is a company which is doing a business with finance, means with money. So it is a company which is doing the business with the money. It accepts deposits from the public. So what will the bank do? It will always accept the deposit from the public and lends it to those who need it in the form of loans. So after accepting the money from the public in the form of deposits, the same bank will lend those money to who are in need in the form of loans. It receives money from those who want to save their money in the form of deposits. Yes. So if I'm having some 100 rupees extra, I want to save it. So I will go and put it in the bank. I will deposit there. So I'm saving it and lends it to those who requires in the form of loans. The same thing. So who are in need, the bank will again pay them. Services of are called banking. A bank repays the deposits in the form of checks, drafts, or in some other forms. So have saved my money in the bank. So how will I get it back? In the form of check. I can either take a check or any kind, or demand drafts, or in any other forms. I can take back my money safely. Let us see what are the characteristics of banks. Characters means it's features. Features of banks also is the same thing, and characteristics of banks is also the same thing. So what will the bank do? Like what are its main features? All will say in this topic. The first feature of the bank is dealing with money. The first feature is dealing. It deals with money. How? I am going and depositing the what in the bank? Money. The bank is giving me the loan in the form of what? Money. I'm making some insurances in the form of, I'm paying them the insurance amount in the form of money. Anything and anything, it only intermediates the money. Bank will always include the money. So it does the business which includes only the money. Next one, a bank can be either an individual or firm or a company. It can be an individual bank, or it can be like a firm, or it can be a big company also. Why? Because there are so many types of banks in every countries. For example, it might be a public sector bank or a private sector bank. It can be for this service oriented, or it can be totally of profit oriented, and it deals with both. Sometimes it will be only for providing for agricultural facilities, sometimes only for educational, sometimes only for commercial purposes. So it can be of any kind. Next characteristics is the bank accepts the deposits. Acceptance of deposits means what? It is accepting our deposit. Suppose I have some 100 rupees. I am going and I am depositing in the bank. So what will he do? He will accept my deposit and he will keep it safely in my account. So what is the thing is, so I gave him 100 rupees to keep in my account safely. Now he will think, if I keep the amount like that only, it is of no use. What will you do? He will take the same amount and give it to someone else who are in need of, and he will charge some interest of it. Again, what will happen? So what is he doing here? Lending loans. What is he doing? The bank is lending the loans which is accepted as deposits. The same amount he is lending as a loan. Payment and withdrawal. So what is payment and what is withdrawal? Suppose I want to pay someone some amount. Okay, what thing is, I don't have it in the form of cash. I have money in my bank account. So what will I give him? I'll pay him a check and I will tell him, please submit this check to the bank and he will pay you the money. So what will he do? He will take the check and he will go to the bank and withdraw his money, whatever it is required to him and what I have paid him. So I am making the payment. The bank is making the payment on behalf of me and he is taking the withdrawal. It might be the same case that someone paid me check, I'll go to the bank and I'll withdraw. Or my money, what I've deposited, I can withdraw. Or I can make payment. So on behalf of the deposited persons, or on behalf of the public, as an agent, as a third party, always the bank will make the payment and it will withdraw the money. Agency and utility services. So agents and utility services are, here is an example for agency and utility services. See the example: foreign exchange transactions. Foreign exchange transactions. So what is the thing is, suppose I want to export my goods to America, that is a foreign country. There the currency of America is dollars and our currency is what? Rupees. So if I am exporting the goods, they are going to pay me. Okay, theirs is dollar and ours is rupee. Suppose $1 is equals to 70 rupees. So they want to convert the dollars into rupees or my rupees into dollars. So these things will be made by whom? Actually by only the banks. So banks will do all these things. Foreign exchange, they are exchanging the foreign currencies to transact. Next example for agency and utility services: bankers accept bills on behalf of customers. So they are accepting the bills on behalf of customers. So what does this mean? That someone has given me the goods. Okay, they have sold me the goods. Now I want to pay him, right? What will I do? I will pay him the bill. I will write the actual date and the amount to be withdrawn by him from the bank. So the bill amount have paid and have mentioned the date also. So on the specific date, on the due date, he want to go to the bank and show them the bill, and the bank will be paying them. This is what happens most of the time when there is a purchase and selling of goods and services. They don't pay the direct cash or something. They always pay the bills. Profit and service orientation. We'll see how the bank will make profit and also render the service. So profit is whenever the bank will provide some loans to its customers, it will charge some interest from them. And again, whenever it is accepting the deposit from its customers, it also render them some interest. How? Suppose if it is paying an interest of 6% on deposits, it will be charging 8% of interest on loans. So when I minus 8 minus 6, I will be getting as 2. So that 2% is the profit for the bank. And see, by giving loans, it is also providing the service. And through various services, by offering so many functions, it is also providing the services. This is how a bank make both profit and it also serves the society. Ever increasing functions. See, first of all, I think the bank was providing only for home loans, car loans, and now it also provides for education. And the day by day, it increases its functions. Now the most modern function is online payment, and which is connected to our bank account also. So the day by day, always the banks will increase its functions. Connecting link. What is this connecting link? See, I have deposited in the bank and the same amount it is given to the third part, some other person by the bank as a loan. Now there is no link between me and the person who has taken the loan, but it is the same money given by the bank to him which I have deposited. So here there is a connection of link. Next, banking business. Whatever the bank do, any kind of business, but it only includes the money, so only it is called as banking business. Next one is name identity. We can easily find out the names of the bank or any kind of things like where have you deposited your money. Have deposited in SBI bank account, have deposited in Karnataka bank, have taken loan from Axis bank. So I can easily tell the bank name because of its very special feature, because it has the names. each and every bank has its own names. So only it is very easy for us to find out it. So it is one of the feature of the bank. Name identity. We can easily identify the name of a bank. So these characteristics have just explained briefly and the main important meanings only. So you can check out your textbooks and read out the sentences, and you can connect it between my explanation and the textbook. Then you will easily understand. Next topic is functions of banks. A very important topic, and you can take it very practically. These are the basic things which we want to know. The first function of a bank is accepting deposit from the public and others. The same thing is it always accepts the deposits from the public and any other institutions. Lending money to public and other institutions. It cannot keep the money deposited by someone simply. So what will it do? It will lend it to some other person and charge some interest and make some profit. So it will lend the money to the public and other institutions also. Transferring money from one place to another. So the money can be transferred from one place to another. Suppose from one city to another city, from one country to another country, one state to another state. It might be any form, but the bank will easily transfer the money. Collecting money on checks, drafts and bills. Suppose I paid checks to someone, I paid some draft to someone, I paid some bill to someone. They can collect the money easily from the bank. Here is one of the important function of bank, that is discounting of bills. This discounting of bills will be studied in the first PU and second PU who are going to take commerce. Those students will be studying about this topic, that is discounting of bills. So what is this discounting of bills? Let me tell you. I have sold my goods to someone. They have given me some bill. Okay. In that bill, he have put the date of 10/3/2020. On this day, I want to go to a bank and I want to take my money. What is specified in the bill? So the actual specified amount is 10,000. 10,000 rupees. What is the actual specification of bill amount is 10,000. The due date is 10/3/2020. In the middle, what happens is I will get some emergency. I want the money before 10th. I have the bill. I will go to the bank and I will tell them, sir, please keep this bill and pay me the amount because I have some emergency. So what will the bank will tell? It will accept it. What will the bank do? It will accept it. And how much money will the bank pay is only of rupees 9,900. The bank will pay me only 9,900 because I am taking the money from the bank before the due date. The due is on 10th, but I am asking them before the date. So they will pay me only 9,900 rupees. Here you can see the actual amount was 10,000, but they are paying me 9,900. So there is a deduction of 100 rupees. They are discounting 100 rupees and they are paying me. This is known as discounting of bills. This is known as discounting of bills. Actually, they won't pay me 10,000 rupees, but due to the circumstances, they are, as I am asking them before 10th, they will pay me only 9,900 rupees. Next one, hiring safe deposit lockers. Yes, we know in banks they even provide us the safe deposit lockers. We can keep either jewels or any important commercial papers or any kind of bonds or the important valuable things of us can be stored in the bank. Conducting foreign exchange transaction. As I told before, have given one of the examples before. If someone I want to pay money who is in America. The currency is dollar and my currency is rupees. So the bank intermediary person, he will exchange the currency into dollars. He will convert the Indian rupees into dollars and pay them. This is known as conducting foreign exchange transactions, keeping valuables in safe custody. Any kind of valuables, whatever I tell them to keep in the lockers, they will keep them very safely. Do not ask me what if it gets theft. Okay, it is not under my control. I just told. Issuing letters of credit and guarantee. Letters of credit. Sometimes whenever we want to take a credit, there are even availabilities of credit cards also. What are these letters of guarantee? Means the banks will sometimes issue commercial bonds, commercial papers, or some kinds of bonds which we can buy for the specified amount, and it will also pay us the interest on it, and after the due date we can pay them and take the amount which is doubled sometimes also, including the principal amount and the interest the bank will repay us. Letters of guarantee means that's what it is promising us on this date with the specified interest they will repay back us. Conducting government transactions. It also conducts the government transactions. On behalf of government, the bank will make the payment or withdraw the amount. The best example for this I can give is, we know sometimes the central and the state government will provide the farmers some subsidies. Okay, whenever it provides the subsidies, so it will tell this much of amount will be deposited in their bank account. Whenever they provide the subsidy, will they come to each home and will they give them the cash? No. What will they tell? They will tell it will so much of amount will be deposited in the farmer's account. So much of amount will be deposited. Any kind of subsidies for whomever they are providing, it will be deposited in their bank account only. Who is performing here? The banks. Where the amount is going to be paid? In the bank account. Who are giving? Banks. So always the banks will conduct the government transactions also.